Hello, my great and wonderful people. We welcome you once again to our today's episode of this program. And today we get this message for our table. When we say one quickly review to Una concerning the things when we say if they happen right now for inside this country, Nigeria. This one of the message when we say we they receive from the chairman of Labour Party. He don't come outside by his own self to address obedient family. And all over the world, the people when they say that they criticize Labour Party say they not get structure. The chairman himself get a word for each and every one of them. And after the word from the chairman himself, we'll see the take on around the whole Nigeria, all the places where it be say Labour Party's activities they go on right now, make una see obedient family. We dey do this video so that we fit encourage ourselves. May we not dey carry away by the word when it be say we dey hear. Just as the talk say, na internet na in we forget power. We want show una structure physically, not be internet structure. Wait, stay with us because a lot today when we say we need to check balance together, even for the comment session. Right now, we'll leave una make una hear the word from the chairman first before we take una rant.
Hello, Obedience. Julius Sabure is my name, the national chairman of Labour Party, the party that is determined to rescue Nigeria from its oppressors, from those who have held the country captive over the past few years. We are determined to change the narratives in Nigeria. We are ready to fight insecurity, to fight hunger, fight unemployment, and ensure that Nigeria is repositioned to work for the masses of Nigeria. Nigerians have risen to the occasion. Nigerians have taken their destiny in their hands. I want to appreciate all obedient. I want to appreciate the massive support, the massive turnout that we are getting across the country and outside the country, especially since the emergence of Peter Obi as the presidential candidate of Labour Party. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the support. It has really reassured us and given us confidence that Nigeria can really walk again. Few days from now, we shall roll out our programs. We shall have town hall meetings where all our supporters will be realigned with the structures of the party. We've not been able to do this because we'll be busy with documentation of the candidates that emerge from the primaries of the party. We shall conclude this process very soon, and then we are going to go all out across the state, across the local government, and meet all our teaming supporters, all Peter Obi support groups, all the obedient. We are going to be in tune with you. As I speak to you right now from the media center, Labour Party Media Center. And I want to assure you that the candidate himself will be here from time to time to speak on his program, to speak on his strategy, on how to remove Nigeria from where we are now. We have promised and we have said that we are going to depart from the way politics is played in Nigeria. And we are ready to do this. And this is the program that we have just started. We have just begun. And I want to assure you, what you have seen is a tip of the iceberg.
All right, my great and wonderful people. That one now the national chairman for Labour Party when we say in name na Barrister Julius. I believe say una don't hear from your own man. And again, we are still going to leave you to watch and hear from the mouth of the youth leader of Labour Party for the interview when we say he gets with Arise TV. Hear this man. We'll come back for the conclusion.
For more on this, I'm now being joined by the national youth leader of the Labour Party, Ansel Ragbe, who will help us to understand some of these issues that are ongoing in the party. So good to have you here. The major problem here facing Labour Party is that it's not just only social media accounts online. We have even several support groups that are not registered by your party, issuing several statements online, and some of your supporters seem to be misled by some of these support groups. But I saw some of the recent efforts you've been putting in place to try to streamline some of these support groups and some of these social media accounts. Just take us into some of those activities that you're embarking upon.
Okay, thank you, fellow Nigerians. Comrade Ragbe Anslem, National Youth Leader, Labour Party, Edo North Senatorial Candidate for Labour Party, also for the 2023 general elections. Quickly, the duties of the National Youth Leader of Labour Party. I have a duty to mainstream, as it were, activities of youth as it affects the party. Now, basically, you are aware that the support groups, the NGOs, the CSOs, these are support structures that come handy in times like this. So, but you agree with me that before our principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, came to Labour Party, he had worked assiduously with these support groups. So what we did immediately, he became our presidential candidate, was to begin to bring them in. So I have a duty to mainstream them. So what we have done basically is we have developed a site, a national mobilization site called Labour Party National Mobilization.org.ng. Now, in the last 2 weeks, Labour Party had engaged town hall meetings, harmonization programs with the support groups across the 6 geopolitical zones and the FCT. That process is still ongoing as we are talking. But while that is on, the site we have developed has 6 portals. So we have eventually begun to utilize the first portal, which is registration of the support groups. So what we have done deliberately is support groups will go in there, register, and be issued certificates. Now, there are safety valves. For instance, we have tied our portal with the INEC portal. Now, you must have an eligible PVC, a BIN, to go into our portal. Okay. So that's a security feature that will enable us to know that not everybody can just go in there, because then too, as they do this, another portal is about to be opened up probably today, maybe the end of today. That portal equally will register individuals, both at home and in the diaspora. And in the course of individual registration, Nigerians that belong to support groups will be able to identify with those support groups in the course of registration. Now, those of us in the admin will be able to see ultimately the strength of this support group in the first instance, then the strength of their membership. Now, this arrangement is such that there are 6 IDs we have designed for this registration for an individual. The first is called a national ID. It tells us how many people ultimately there will be from now to the day of election and beyond. Okay. Now, 2 is called the state ID. It tells us exactly what state in the federation are you from, your details of registration. 3, because it tells us your local government ID. Where in Nigeria you register to vote the local government. Now, again, it tells us about your polling unit ID, which is within your ward. So we're able to know. So all of this now, your VIN is an ID. Now, all of these are to enable us to actually do effective planning. And by effective planning, Labour Party is looking at the polling unit areas.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say all of you don't watch that very video. That one, the youth leader of Labour Party. You see, one thing we basically with the observe from these people body, all of them, they mentally, physically, and spiritually sound. You see how they arrange everything. They want computerized Nigeria. All right. One thing we basically observe for these people body, all of them, they physically, spiritually, and mentally sound. Okay, my great and wonderful people, we not wasting our time. They thought say we be media people, right? Now, when they take on state to states, where it be say all the town hall meeting don't they take place, although campaign never start. Make una see physical structure, not be internet structure as human beings. This first one and the one will be say it happened for Osun states. Watch this one. We'll come back for the conclusion. All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe you una the see structure, right? Now we'll take una to the one of Kaduna states before we take una to Adamawa, Abia, and Edo states. Watch this one from Kaduna. We'll come back for the conclusion.
With the 2023 election just some months away, the national leadership of the Labour Party is in Kaduna State for a town hall meeting.
An aspirant is different from a candidate.
The aim is to interface with the leaders and members of the party and other critical stakeholders on the need to be united for the task ahead, in addition to getting their permanent voter cards.
You are the people that are going to conduct the primaries. You are the one that is going to select among them and who is going to be the torchbearer. It is when you have given him to us that he becomes a candidate.
Speakers say the 2023 elections offer another opportunity for Nigerians to take back their country.
At each polling unit, you have not less than 500 people voting. 500 people voting. Calculate, we have about 1,200 and something polling units across the country. All you need to have your canvassers, as you said, 20 of them. Calculate and get nothing less than 150 voters at each polling unit. You will get your president voted in with 26 million voters. We need to take our brothers and sisters and our country back to the Nigerian people.
There is a window of opportunity for Nigerian people to exercise their franchise and bring up a leader that knows about justice, equity, and fair play.
Members of the Labour Party are also reminded of the importance of the presidential contest and how they can help the party to be victorious.
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe you una see structures everywhere, right? All right, we will quickly leave una again, make una watch the one from Abia State before we take una back to Adamawa and Edo State. Watch this one, we'll come back for the conclusion. All right, my great and wonderful people, we see they talk about the man when they say the talk say in not get structure. Say now only social media na in we for the sit down for the corner of our house, right? All this one on social media, therefore they happen have been a photo shot. All right, may we take una back to Adamawa now before we come back to Edo State. Watch this one, we'll come back for the conclusion.
Umar Mustapha Otumbawa Fekiti shine dan takarar jam'iyyar ta Labour Party a jihar Adamawa. Ya ko marabce su tare da yiwa al'umma albishir da cewa jam'iyyar.
All right, my great and wonderful people, we apologize for you people when be say they understand Hausa, but this one are just a random video when be say we just try to collect to show una structures when it be say the thought say we not get the thought say na only internet na in we for the operates. Now may we swing back to those states to also see wetin they happen for their watch. We will come back for the conclusion.
Thereafter, we shall look at the House of Rep there to talk to us, and then that will be closed by perhaps listening to a member of House of Assembly in the state. So when that is concluded, the chairman will ultimately take his speech and talk to the people. Thank you very much.
All right, my great and wonderful people, that one are from Edo State. Although the full video of this very one, it will shock you. Because of time, we not feel carry the full video. Can we just see me with the show una structures and how things they go right now for Labour Party. Although campaign never start. If campaign start, we will know who they for internet and who they for streets. All right, now here we'll draw the conclusion of this program here. And before we say goodbye to you all, we want you this medium to really appreciate each and every one of you for your time, your efforts. The one we to the help of the share this broadcast, your likes, your comments, all of them, we appreciate them. I bet make you not forget to help us share this very one so that we reach our brothers and sisters all over the world, because we believe on what they say, information, not power. And as you do so, God Almighty will bless you. We'd like to draw the conclusion of this program here. We will see you again when we see you. Remember, we love you all. Bye-bye.